Welcome to Count Stackula on YouTube for another one of my videos. Thank you so much for watching. Today, we are talking about the 5 things that are generally considered more important than stacking gold, silver, and cash. Please remember to smash that subscribe button as we dive into this topic. Alright, while precious metals like silver and gold, as well as cash, can be an important component of diversified financial portfolio, there are other considerations and financial priorities that can be more important depending on an individual's circumstances and financial goals. So here are 5 things that are generally considered to be more important than simply stacking silver, gold, or cash. And number 1, as we take a look at this beautiful 20 pesos, is an emergency fund. Building an emergency fund should be a top financial priority. Having reserves of cash that can cover several months' worth of living expenses provides financial security and peace of mind in case of unexpected emergencies like medical bills, car repairs, or job loss. So technically, this isn't exactly cash because it's an emergency fund, even though it's still cash. But having that allocation makes it different, makes it something that you have set aside specifically in the event that you have no other option. That is one beautiful looking gold coin. All right, what else? Number 2, debt management. As we take a look at this amazing Phoenix Dragon Pearl 1 ounce gold coin from 2018 in the Perth Mint. Debt management, paying down high interest debt such as credit card debt, should take precedence over accumulating precious metals or even cash. Reducing debt can save you money on interest and improve your overall financial health. Now, I've broke this rule. In the past, I have stacked gold and silver while I was in a little bit of credit card debt at one point because I already actually had a large stack of gold and silver. And as long as you have a money management program in place, then you can kind of mitigate this debt management issue. For example, say you find a cool new credit card that gives you $200 cash back when you spend $1,500 in the first 3 months. All right, so you get a cool $200. That's great. Usually, these credit card companies will also offer 0 interest payments on that debt for up to, 14, 16 months, even over a year. So basically what they are attempting to do is have you get comfortable with not paying them, rack up a whole bunch of debt, forget to pay it, and then you're stuck with all the interest. Now, for a lot of people, that can happen because, little by little it accumulates and it just all of a sudden, you've got this monster debt to pay off. But fortunately, you have a good deal of time to get that all paid off. What happened to me was I got into one of those credit card deals, which sometimes it can work to your advantage, sometimes not so much. And I ended up racking up like $3,000 worth of debt. And instead of paying it all at once, I decided, I've got this 14 months, zero interest. I'm just going to pay, a couple $100 a month and see how that goes. Well, what ended up happening is the debt just kept accumulating until eventually I bit the bullet and paid it all off, and quite a large sum. Even though I worked at it, I chipped away at it for months and months and months. Actually, it caused more aggravation than anything else. I would have much preferred not to have to deal with that and just have it paid off. So I don't do that anymore. I don't rack up debt, especially credit card debt, even though they have those deals where you can have zero interest. So because any kind of credit debt is really not good. It's not good debt, okay? So plus it may affect your credit score, and if that's important to you, then it's definitely going to affect your credit score holding a balance, even though you don't technically have to pay it right away. Okay, so moving on to what's more important than precious metals and cash. We're going to talk about investments for growth. So while precious metals can be a store of value, long-term investments in assets like stocks, bonds, and real estate have the potential for capital appreciation and long-term growth. So balancing your portfolio with growth-oriented investments can help you achieve your financial goals. Get that Libertad into focus. Beautiful 2019 quarter ounce. When you buy gold, even collector gold like this, you don't necessarily expect it to double your money in a number of years. Even Libertads, they are rare, they are desirable. People just go ape shit over, and this is a beautiful design. So, where were we? I lost my train of thought. Stocks, bonds, real estate, all do perform quite well sometimes over the long term, and do generally double your money after a long enough period of time, where gold and silver, chances are, may not. Most often will not. Having stacked long enough to know this, you can compare prices, and there's a lot of cherry picking of data to make silver and gold look better than it is, often by a lot of YouTubers. But the reality is that growth-oriented investments should not be overlooked. The real estate market generally tends to go up over time. People always will need houses, and that is not going to change, and housing is only getting more expensive. Pundits are always talking about the next housing crash, and while it could happen, owning real estate is invaluable, both for the security that it provides as well as a quality investment. Now, I don't recommend having more than one piece of real estate unless you have the money to pay for it, because it's expensive to upkeep a home. Moving on. Retirement savings. So saving for retirement is crucial for any financial goal. Contributing to retirement accounts, just a 401k, IRA, Roth IRA, can help secure your financial future. Retirement savings often offer tax advantages and compound over time, allowing you to build wealth for your golden years. Right. Having an IRA is a really good idea. You want to have that tax-free benefit, something that you can contribute to annually or even monthly with your paycheck is great. Maybe some companies even offer cash matching programs, and you would definitely want to take advantage of all of that. It's free money. Now, just because you can't access that money necessarily until you retire doesn't make it any less important. It is very important. And there are also specific ways to get around any loophole, really, if you needed to. There may be some penalties involved, but overall, it's really an important thing to contribute to, maybe even more important than precious metals, maybe even more important than this beautiful half-ounce proof 2020 Libertad. Because I paid a pretty penny for this, and while it has appreciated a little bit, I can tell you for certain that if you had invested in a company like Eli Lilly over the amount of time that from 2020 to 2023, if you had put the same amount of money that this proof Libertad cost at that time into that stock, you would have realized a significantly higher gain through that company. It is generally a good dividend stock, and since I've been invested in it for over a decade, it has only gone up, and it has performed tremendously well. Reinvesting the dividends, that's just a wise thing to do. So it's a pharmaceutical company, not sponsored or anything. It's one of my holdings that, hey, if you're just getting started, you might want to look into it. Lastly, let's look at education and skills. So investing in your education and skills development can be one of the most significant long-term investments you make. As we take a look at this 2-ounce, this Dos Onzas antiqued silver Libertad from 2018. I believe that was the first year of the antique Libertad. We're going to talk about education and skills. It can lead to increased earning potential, job security, and more critical than accumulating precious metals or cash. Absolutely. What can you do with your education? It's limitless. Okay? So, not to say that conventional education is the answer. You could easily learn and educate yourself at the YouTube University, as we often call it, or you can jump into some specialized programs, Brilliant or Skillshare. There's tons of really cool online learning environments that are better than some of the conventional, traditional universities and the programming that they have. So it's definitely something to consider as a lifelong practice, education and developing one's skills. I still do it myself every day. I never forget to sit down and read to improve. All right, so it's important to remember that financial priorities vary from person to person. The best approach depends on individual goals, risk tolerance, and current financial circumstances. So a well-rounded financial plan should consider all of these factors and strike a balance between various financial priorities. Precious metals and cash can play a big role in a diversified financial portfolio, but they are not the sole focus of a robust financial strategy. That is going to do it for us today, y'all. I hope you enjoyed the content on today's video. Please remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Take a look at those links down in the description if you're interested in any of my sick 3D printed boxes to store your collections. Once again, this is Count Stackula, signing out. Peace.